What's going on, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing well. Basically, what I want to go over today is how I make money in Escape from Tarkov. There's probably a million ways to do it. That's great. This is the way that I have found that is most efficient, right? Because it's all about making as much money as quickly as possible so that you can fund your future deaths as a PMC. Right now, I have my hideout at max level for everything. So what that means is my scav timer is probably like 8 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that, something ridiculously low. I basically only do customs as a scav. And what I'm doing here, I've pulled up mapgenie.io, is I'm focusing on the caches. Everyone else is here hitting loot house. Everyone else is hitting reserve. That's fine, but I feel like there's more competition on those maps for these caches and the crates and the safes. Part of the reason why I love doing it here is it's all about time efficiency. I hear people say, well, Rico, I can make a million rubles on Lighthouse or 750K or 500 million or whatever it is. And it's like, yeah, but it also took you 30 to 40 minutes to do it. When I'm making 500 to 750K in 10 minutes, it's all about that efficiency, right? And what I'm getting at here is obviously it's based on where you spawn and where your extract's going to be as a scav, but I am primarily focused on these caches right here. Okay, basically the ones around bus stop, the ones around new gas, the ones around power station, and then this little guy over here. Also the one by Passions Between Rocks. I don't ever go for this one up here, and that's simply because it's just not time efficient, right? So let's say I'm coming from west to east. I hit these three, da 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 da, right? Going from here to here takes way too much time. It's really not worth it. Sure, I might be missing on something good, but I might also eat up some time where I could hit other stuff up a lot quicker. It really doesn't matter where I spawn or where I'm extracting. I will say I 99.9% of the time hit up these barrel caches right here. Every raid. This is my focus because you can hit them all in quick succession, boom, boom, boom. And it's all about as opening as many as possible in as short amount of time as possible. Now, typically you will start somewhere around here, right, as a scav. So I usually hit this one and this one for sure. This one down by Factory Far Corner is a little bit time dependent. I can't give you some like hard equation to determine whether you should hit these two or not. You got to feel it out. It's going to be based on time. It takes about 45 seconds. So let's say I've got admin gate extract right here. I started way over here. I hit all these. I'm fat, dumb, and happy, and I'm running out of time, right? It takes about 45 seconds to get down here and 45 seconds to get back up. So sometimes I hit these two down here, sometimes I don't. It's all time dependent, it's all extract dependent. I always try to hit, I call it the propaganda building, the green screen room. I don't know exactly what's going on in there, but there's a lot of loot to be had in this building. You go upstairs and you hit this area, and then you go upstairs and you hit that area right there. Likewise, depending on my spawn location, I'll hit these two caches right here, and I'll also hit this barrel cache because there's a good cache and there's some good loot inside the garage right here. Now, last thing I'll finish with before we get into this raid is Crack House. So, I could go either way on this, whether I hit Crack House or not, and it's also time dependent and spawn dependent. I know that's kind of a cop out, but I feel like I get intelligence docs just enough times to keep coming back for more. If they stop the spawn rate on them, or I stop getting lucky, I could see foregoing it. Or if I just have all the time in the world, then hell, why not if I'm right here, right? Let's say I have RUAF extract and I've got like 5 minutes to go. So sure, I'll hit this, and I'll hit these two. It's just going to have to be a personal decision when that time comes from you. As you do this run over and over again, you'll get a feel for things. I'll walk you through some of my thought process as I'm doing the raid myself. So again, I'm probably making at a minimum 500 rubles for about 10 to 15 minutes worth of work. Max, a million is probably my best. We'll just say average 750. Go ahead and do me a favor, smash that like button and hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the raid. All right, what's going on, everybody? We just got dropped into customs as a scav. So again, I'm showing you how I make money in my off time when I'm not doing PMC runs. Just a little pro tip: when you're running these at night, like I do, you normally want to set up your video settings to maximum brightness. So I know the coloration probably looks like crap right now. The game looks like crap. The point isn't for the game to look good when you're doing these. It's so that you can seek out those barrel caches. They really pop when you have the brightness illuminated. Okay, checkpoint. So I'm going to run... Actually, I'm not going to hit those up. I'm going to hit these up over here. This guy. Now, I've tried to run this during the daytime 3 times now while I was making this video, and every time I got shot by another scav. So that's part of the reason why I run this at night, but for the purpose of the video, I was trying to doing it during the day to make it easier for you guys. And after 3 times, I was like, you know what? I guess I'm just gonna have to do this at night to show you how it's done. Now, one of the things you want to do when you're running around hitting up all these barrel caches or ground caches is you want to run like nobody else is in the raid, right? Don't spend time kind of pussyfooting around, you know, creeping and crawling. You know, sure, sometimes you'll get got. It is what it is. But if you spend time, you know, waste time trying to be all sneaky, channeling you're in a rat, you're never going to hit all the caches. This is the only barrel cache that I crouch over for. Every other one of them you can hit standing up. Car batteries used to be worth something. I don't really pick them up anymore. Beginning of the raid, they're worth a lot more. So here's one of the little ground caches that I need to show you guys a little tip. So when you come to the corner of this bus station, you want to shoot a 45 off of this corner. Right past this bush, right there. And see how that's kind of that ground cache is almost like monochromatic? That's because I've increased the brightness and the gain and all the other little adjustments. Again, it makes the game look like crap, but I'm just trying to see those ground caches and barrel caches more easily. The next barrel cache I'm going to hit, I find this pole right here, and there's a barrel cache right there. Looks like it's already been hit. It has. Run through here. Hit that one up. Keep finding stupid helmets. Sure for now. So you see where this barrel cache is? Right by New Gas. It's in the corner. From here, I shoot up this hill to Power Station. I'm gonna hit all these boxes up. So, just so you know, as I'm making this video, you're going to see me picking up things that I probably normally wouldn't. But right now we're going through this event where magazines and everything else, because the traders are restricted, or we can't use traders right now. So I'm picking up magazines like this because they're worth, worth quite a bit more than they normally are. Even dumb little helmets like that. I normally probably would not pick up that helmet, but given what's going on right now, metal parts, you should always take those. Good for about 15K. Another barrel cache right here on this side of the fence. Alright, here's one of the ones that you gotta have a little trick to line up. So you guys see this white granite rock, how it kind of makes like a line here, right? If you look at this line right here, you can see a dead tree in the middle. That's the one I'm aiming for. Not this one on the left. This is a dead tree, so it's dead most of the way up. This dead tree. You're looking for the live tree next to the dead tree, and there's a ground cache right there. And it's been hit. I'm going to go over to the passage between rocks. Like I said, I'm completely avoiding that other barrel cache that's way up behind the fence. It's just not worth it to get all the way over there. This one's been hit. Which leads me to believe the one down by military base CP has been hit as well. But you never know. We got plenty of time. So. Right now I'm definitely a little behind the curve on averages for loot. Kind of need that big ticket item to put me over the edge. And something I include in my valuation of how much I make is what I typically spawn with. The more you do scav runs, the higher your rep is going to get, and the better stuff you're going to spawn with. So I typically spawn with about 100k worth of stuff that I can sell. Under normal times, an 8R is only 25k. Right now, it's going for like a ridiculous 80k ruble during this event. I'd say 1 out of every 4 scav runs I do, I spawn with a lab key card. So, the more you do it, the better stuff you spawn with, and it just adds into the total amount you're going to make at the end. It also helps with how early you spawn in, I believe. I noticed when I first started out, I used to have like 12 or 13 minutes. Now I usually have 16, 17 minutes. So this way, this one is the tree with the bush. If you run through here, you can avoid getting hit like that. Run and crouch kind of thing. Sometimes it's worth hitting this jacket up. There's a key spawn on it worth 30k. That one right there. Calic B going for a ridiculous amount right now. All right, so here's the propaganda room that I was telling you about. Depending on how much time I have left, and I've got plenty right now, so I'm going to do it anyways. If I didn't have a whole lot of time, if I see this door open right here, I'm not going to hit it. That means somebody's already been in here because that door spawns closed. But because I do have some time, I am going to check it out. A lot of people don't check this room, but just, sugar spawns in here. Or a Salewa, which is going for a decent amount right now. Let's get rid of... we want to get rid of this. I think I just screwed myself up. Sure did. I check in here. There's a fuel can spawn right here. There's an armor repair kit spawn right there. None today though. What do we got here? BUS, nah. 1011. Nothing. Check in here. Sometimes that's a gold chain. Today it's just a chainlet. MREs. Sugar spawns back here. Open this. So it looks like somebody just hit the bottom part of this, because usually that door will be open if somebody's hit it. So it's looking promising right now. Check these computers. There's Tetris right there. There we go. There's a ticket item that I need. Make this all worth it. I'm gonna get rid of that helmet. It's not doing me any good. PSUs don't go for that much anymore. So, to hell with them. They're not worth the spots that they take up. Nothing. Clear that out. Check this code right in here. Nothing. A lot of people bypass this room. You know, this is where you find like the nuts and the bolts, and they add up. They really do. You know, kind of what I equate this run to, Pox Ram's worth a good amount of money, is if you guys have ever seen the movie War Dogs, right? And I can't remember one of the actors' names, but the other one, what's his name? Not Jonah Hill. I can't remember. Either way, if you've ever seen... Oh, that's going for a lot of money right now. Those cats. There's a part of the beginning of the movie, they're talking about how this guy's getting the contracts to supply arms to the U.S. military, right? And he's giving the other guy the lecture about these billion-dollar contracts, and the other kid's like, how are we gonna even compete with this? Like, we have no way to do this. And he was like, I'm not looking for the billion-dollar contracts. I'm looking for the crumbs, right? That's where I'm making the money. That's what this scav run is here, quite honestly, is we're just looking for the crumbs, and it all adds up. So when people are passing on the nuts and the bolts, it's like, sure, pass on the nuts and the bolts. I'll take them. I would have loved to have an entire bag full of bolts. That'd be like 750,000 ruble right there. So kind of that's the mindset going into this, is you're picking up the crumbs. I live in it. I relish in it. That's how I make my money. I got plenty of time, so I'll hit this cash up. Like I said, that in the first part of this video, let's get some good armor or fuel. That's something. What's gonna go? Kyver's gonna go. That's gonna go. Milk's gonna go. That's gonna go. Boom. I'm out. I don't want to mess with that. Fuel canisters are going for 300 right now. More than happy to sell it for that price. This cash right here, opposite side of the bush. How am I gonna do this? Morphine, sure. For Scav checkpoint, which is opposite side of this wall here. So, right now, I would put this scav run under normal times when fuel is not going for some ridiculous amount. Ooh, that Thor armor. Man. I don't know how much this is going for. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. I'm gonna have to get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of that. Let's get rid of syringes. They're not going for much right now. What else can we get rid of? It's getting tough. What else do I want? ES lamp, sure. The only reason why I'm spending this much time is because I've got time. And I feel like armor during this event's going for a ridiculous amount, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with it. Check over here real quick, see if there's anything else good since we got time. Take that rat cola for 15K. For sure. But yeah, even under normal circumstances, look at this. Boldix. Salewa's got to go. Alright. Now I got a saying, because you want to keep searching around. Pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered. So anytime you think you got time, you want to search around some more, just be happy with what you got. I've probably got, right now, 750k, maybe even a million rubles worth of gear that I just looted. Under normal times, when we're not going through this event where armor and whatnot is super pricey, I'm looking at a half a million ruble to 750k. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and stop right for now. I'm gonna sell all this stuff. I'm gonna see what it all comes out to in the end, and I'll show you guys once I'm done, and we'll see what it came out to. All right, everybody, I just got finished selling everything from that raid. Admittedly, some of that stuff I could have used, but I wanted to sell it all to show you guys exactly how much money I made. So off of that raid, I made 1.2 million rubles for about 15 minutes of work, right? And then you kind of got to add in, obviously, the selling part. So really about 30 minutes. Again, this is a little bit uncharacteristic simply because armor and bullets and weapons attachments are going for insane prices right now. But reasonably, you can expect about 750 to a million ruble per run. So with that, I wish you guys the best of luck. Hit that like button, so smash that subscribe, and I'll see you guys out in Tarkov.